Hello everybody and welcome to Reviews That Don't Matter. Yes, I'm back and you've probably not missed me, probably didn't realize I was gone, so I just took a couple of weeks off because I needed a break. I was tired and I was doing a lot. I work a lot, okay? So I need the break, but now I'm well rested. I've seen some stuff. I'm about to review some stuff, so be aware, like we're on it. Now, today, if you read the title, which of course you have because you clicked on this video, we are going to be talking about the new Justice League trailer. Now, if any of you can remember, one of the videos I did, either late last year or early this year, was my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2017. This was number one, Justice League was. And that, of course, is after, of course, seeing BVS, which I like that movie quite a bit, and Suicide Squad, which I did not really like at all, and so I still rank that as number one. And now coming off of Wonder Woman, I am still pretty hyped. It's interesting with all of the news with Joss Whedon taking over, and I trust Joss Whedon, I like what he does, but it's not like he is completely fail-proof. You know, people, especially in this community, kind of laud him up to be this big savior and this really amazing guy, and he's done some really great stuff, but he's also done some stuff that hasn't really been that great. But needless to say, I was very happy that he was taking the reins over and kind of doing some reshoots and finishing up the directing part of Justice League, which I think is going to add quite a bit of humor to it and hopefully fluidity. But who knows? I have no clue what's coming up with this. I still really don't know too much besides the fact that Steppenwolf is the villain, and then I know the main core characters. Now, the first Justice League trailer came out a while ago. I want to say it came out a long time ago. Oh, you know what? It came out like 2 years ago or something like that at Comic-Con. Not this last Comic-Con, but the Comic-Con before that. So over a year ago, that first bit of it was released, and they did that. And we really haven't gotten anything since. I think this is the second trailer. I could be wrong. It could be the third. But I'm pretty sure this is the second trailer. And I actually really did enjoy the trailer. I don't think that it lets on too much. It doesn't give us really any like big spoilers in my opinion. So I think it's pretty safe to watch. I would probably stray away from a third trailer if it were to come, which I'm sure it will come like the 2 weeks before. But I think that they're gonna drop some spoilers in that one. But I think they did so far a pretty good job. I mean, basically what we know is that Justice League is forming, which obvious, and that Steppenwolf is the villain, which I still almost wish they would have kept that a secret, but I might understand why they wouldn't. I mean, they did that with Wonder Woman, but it kind of got leaked that Ares was the real villain, and then the whole thing with BVS where they were hiding it really well until the third trailer, and they dropped that Doomsday was the villain in that. Which I wish they still would have kept it as a secret. But I'm thinking that this movie might be a little bit more straightforward, because BVS, for as much as I did enjoy it, it was a little bit confusing at times and there was a lot thrown at you. Whereas I think this film, I'm thinking is going to be a little bit simpler of a plot. I'm hoping just a tiny bit, not like too simple of a plot, but just not as convoluted, I think, as BVS. And I think that's going to do well for it, because really we're looking at the formation of the Justice League after Superman's death, which this does begin on, is kind of like the death of Superman, and kind of like a really like touching thing where we have Lois Lane kind of having a dream about him, which of course is gonna lead into him not actually being dead, coming back to life, being the either like bad Superman or like nega Superman. But who knows? I don't know the route that they're taking with that. I know he's gonna have that black suit, which I'm pretty excited to see. And what's nice is we get to see a little bit of each character in this trailer, whereas in the past, I mean really, the first trailer we got a lot of Batfleck, and we got a lot of the new Flash with Ezra Miller, who was a really dynamic duo. They're really like adding up on the Wonder Woman now because of the success of Wonder Woman the movie, so we got to see more of her. Aquaman is making a splash, pun intended, in this as well, and we also, for really the first time I feel like, get to experience Cyborg a little bit more, because he's really been under wraps. We haven't seen almost anything. We've seen a couple pictures of his arm and him doing some stuff, and I mean, really almost no footage of Cyborg whatsoever, and I'm very interested to see what they do with him, and I think that, I mean, I'm kind of thinking a lot of the reshoots might have been with Ray Fisher's Cyborg. Yeah, maybe to like spice him up a little bit, give him a little bit of attitude, kind of like Teen Titan-ish, because I mean, I'm a huge fan of the original Teen Titans that was on Cartoon Network years ago, and Cyborg was an awesome character, and from the little tiny bit that I saw, I didn't see any of that like spunk in him, whereas I see a little bit more of the smart aleck so far. This is the third trailer. I just, in my head, remembered the second trailer because Cyborg had a line in it, and he had 0 lines in the first trailer, third trailer. I mean, I guess you could count it as a second trailer if you're counting the first trailer as a Comic-Con exclusive, but it's the third one, right? That's how it works. But overall, we got a really good amount of each little character in this without getting too much of one. I really enjoyed that. And I find it interesting they're not leaning a little bit on Batfleck in this, which does worry me a little bit with all of the rumors and, you know, these Batman movies that aren't going to be like canon in the DCU. I don't know. Just know this, WB and DC, I like my Ben Affleck. Please keep him. Ben Affleck, just work with him, please. You're a great Batman. I don't want to see this recast, at least not for a while. Just worried. But who knows what they're doing with the whole Flashpoint thing, so. Anyway, overall, I really like this trailer. I think that the color scheme of this movie looks super interesting. It's like really red. Also, what I liked about this, one of my least favorite scenes in all of BBS, is that one weird scene. It's like that dream sequence that Ben Affleck has, or Batman has. I don't know why, I just like, they're all the same to me. Anyway, Batman has this really weird dream when he's trying to figure out a whole bunch of stuff, where there's like these like insect monster things, and it's almost like everything's in sand and they're in a desert, and it just like switches tone all of a sudden. And I think that's followed pretty closely behind the sort of weird Flash moment, where I think Flash from the future is coming to warn Ben Affleck of Superman. I'm not quite sure. I still don't know what's going on in that scene too much. But we kind of see those insect monster creatures, which I actually like the tie-in. I do, because it might actually improve that scene in that movie and the overall movie in general if they do it right. If they're connected in some way, which this movie could be more connected to BVS than I think. I mean, especially if they are going to do a Nega Superman, and the Flash does try to go back in time to warn Batman, or that could be in the Flashpoint movie. Who knows? I mean, this whole thing is so messed up that I'm not going to try to guess anymore. And quite honestly, I kind of like not knowing too much of the plot in this besides the fact that Steppenwolf has to be destroyed. I do really enjoy that. I'm gonna avoid the next trailer if there is one. I mean, I just want to go into this movie just like not expecting anything, or going into a movie where you think you're gonna know the plot but you don't. Like, I just want to be calm. I just want to have fun in this movie and hopefully be surprised with how much I like it. Maybe it'll be kind of Rogue One-ish in the way that, you know, the first couple trailers are a completely different movie because of all those reshoots that they did. And even though Rogue One seems maybe a little bit choppy at times and not necessarily the best, even though I still love Rogue One, I really do, it could kind of be in that realm with depending on how much reshoots they did, because I don't think they did a major amount, but I think it's enough to change the tone of the overall, because Joss Whedon and Zack Snyder are two completely different directors. Completely. So maybe it's going to be a good hybrid of this, and I'm really quite wondering who's going to get like the majority directing credit. I'm assuming Zack Snyder, with maybe some like assistant directing credit for Joss Whedon, but not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, so this trailer gets me even more hyped for Justice League, considering I haven't really been like so hype about it, honestly, until this trailer, and I saw it and I'm like, God, visually, I really like what I'm seeing. I really do. So it's still the most anticipated of 2017, even though I'm very excited for The Greatest Showman. That might be my second at the moment. Oh, Jumanji. Jumanji, though. I know you're laughing, but you know what? Jack Black and The Rock Like I'm in. I am in. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and you'll be seeing me more and more. I'll be here Wednesday. We're going to be reviewing Kingsman, and then I got Star Trek Beyond. I finally watched it. Be proud of me. I know. Comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this trailer, what you're expecting for this movie. Like it, or, you know, like this video if you want to. I'm not going to force you to do that. Also subscribe. I make videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or now I do. I took a little bit of a break. I'm back. So you're welcome. Okay, bye. Jesus.